All right, so here we are. Just over 2 weeks since the last inspection. Trying out a new camera tripod and angle and all that so I can see things a little better. And I have to be careful. There are enough bees on the side over here washboarding that if I back up against them, they will be very angry. Make sure this thing's rolling. Yeah. So, let's see what we got. Hadn't been in here in a couple weeks. It's been either hot or wet because it's July. Yeah, still July. So, oh man, there are bees hanging off the top of the inner cover. Or top of the outer cover, rather. That's wild. What the hell are they doing there? Just trying to make sure there's not like... That's weird. Anyway. So, get out of my bucket. I don't need you there. So we'll see. I mean, there's so many bees. I didn't bring enough boxes probably. I may have to. I have a super, but it's intended for it was intended for the combined swarms, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So now it's still Ode. What the hell am I from? I'm from South Central Kentucky, not Eastern Kentucky. Old Comb. Old Comb. Actually, I won't pull. I mean, nothing's happening up here. I'll pull one frame just to give some look-see-loo. But yeah, there's nothing happening here that's going to tell me anything. They haven't drawn this out because yeah, not a very middle, nothing. So, I mean, they've drawn them out a little, but not enough to even remotely warrant. Yeah, there's a little bit of drawn out comb there. Hopefully that can see on the camera. Not enough to, to do anything other than just leave them with us. All right, so let's move this over here. We'll pop this next box. See what we got there. Add some Swiffer sheets. I actually got some, well, they're the generic Amazon Swiffer sheets, but I got those so I can use those to add those. Our rain albedo will be gone, so I ordered some generic Swiffer sweet sheets through Amazon. Man, this is going to be caked. I can just tell. Oh, yep. The old poppity pop. Get a smokity smoke in there. Oh, by the way, Troy, if you're watching this, I will try to not make my voice so monotone so you don't fall asleep. I work for Troy, so he's just doing it to give me grief, but... All right, so crap ton of bees. One stuck in there. You go. Freedom, both of you. Ton of drawn frames here, just stacked full of honey. So let me check these stupid bees. They propolis the hive beetle traps, completely closing the tops. I did it last time too, so since it's easier to clean while it's mounted in there, we'll do that now. Give you back your stupid propolis. Hopefully you don't use it to do that again. Oh, relax. I am surprised I'm going to jinx myself, but the bees are fairly chill, which, yeah. Somewhat surprised by that. Figured they would be, it's not as hot as it's been. Now, that's today, which is why I'm doing it today, because tomorrow on is going to be 107 hells, so I'm just doing quick peeks on everybody today so that I can make sure there's no, like, hey, you have to solve this major problem. Probably could have harvested some honey if I wanted to from here, but just thinking about it and deciding, since I wasn't really expecting honey at all this year from any of these because of the whole, oh man, that's gorgeous. Look at that though. This whole super is almost completely full. That's beautiful. Look at that. Hopefully I'm pointing in the right direction. Oh man, just gorgeous. So, I mean, if I harvest honey, then I got to feed, so it's one of those, I just soon let them I'd just soon not buy 25-pound bags of sugar at Kroger, and I can just let them do with what they already got. So we won't keep this open too long because I'll risk them getting robbed. I do want to scooch to the middle and see if they're still backfilling with brood. Hoping not. Hopefully they're done with that. It'll make it easier to harvest when I do harvest. So, come on. That was weird. That bee is falling over. That one feels lighter, so that might have some brood on it, or had some brood on it. Yep. So that's what I figured. The outer frames, pretty clear brood, but these are all still have it. Should be done soonish. Can't see for no sun right now. It's later in the day. I can't tell if there's water or any there or not. But yeah, there's tons of brood in the middle, so they're still backfilling, but just massive amounts of honey. And these are all undrawn frames the first of the year. That swarm they drew out. That's the other thing I got to do at some point, but not now. It's too hot. They drew out 9 or 10 supers, because I had a super on the bottom because I didn't have any deeps handy at the time. When I put the swarm in here, they drew out those 10 in a week and then just kept ripping. So I'll put this back in here. I'm going to flip, probably no, but it shouldn't matter way out here. It's bulging over there, so if I put 2 bulging parts together, I'm just going to knock bees and kill bees, and that is not our intent. So take a quick peek in the next one, maybe. Actually, you know what I want to do? Make sure I'm covering up the boxes as I go so I don't risk robbing, but I'm going to just take a quick peek, basically, and long enough to put a Zwiffer sheet in there and call it a day. Because I feel like the lower I get, the angrier they'll be. I don't feel like I know it will be. Because I get closer to Mama. Of course, they're laying brood up here, so she could be up in that box, but that was all capped, so. Oh, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped to. Thought that'd be looser than that. There we go. That's so heavy, though. That's one reason I'm having trouble lifting it, because it weighs a ton, because it's mostly full of honey. Oh, they didn't like that at all. Oh, man, that's heavy. All right, again, capping the stupid traps. Again, I just see tons of honey and brood. Oh, I can't see the brood, but frames are just packed with bees, and so there's no point in getting down in there too much. Again, hot day. This is nasty, so we'll swap that out. I need to, I'm just have to replace this one because they've propolized the entire thing to the point where, like, the holes are down in there. If you can see that. They've filled the holes completely full, so that trap is useless. Luckily, I have another one. I'll tell you what, let's just use the one that I already have, because then I can get out of here quicker. For whatever reason, they didn't do that one, so. All right. Swiffers. Some folks say you don't do this because of microplastics and various other reasons, killing the occasional bee, but I don't want to risk losing to small hive beetles, so. Because I just saw one crawl down, you bastard. Let's see if this needs refilling. And it's got oil in it. That needs to go. Scrape off that. Man, that got funky. I can't imagine. I think there's probably one in the bottom which has been in there for months. It's going to be gross. This thing's just pure propolis almost. All right, so that's fine as is. Probably overkill on the putting 2 of them in there, but again, I saw hive beetles, so better safe than sorry, I guess. I may fold that the other way so it's not so far out into the hive. Let's do that. Again, I'm really surprised. Of course, I'm probably creating a robbing situation, how chill they are. famous last words, but hopefully they stay that way. I gotta get out of here. That's the key. All right, so all that today. Killed some on the popping it open. Man, I can't believe how heavy that is. That's almost full of honey. Oh, there's some brood in there, but that's almost full of honey. Can't imagine people who do deeps for honey. That is just insane. Medium weighs a ton. All right. Get some oil. Get a sheet. Look out, girls. All right. Again, they don't really need this box because they're not doing anything with it, but if we get a fall flow before I start harvesting and I miss it, then risking a swarm, especially as strong as they are, because they're so freaking strong. Probably don't need a trap up here. There's not bees up here. There's not going to be beetles because there's nothing up there for them to get to. Yeah. So top back on, and we'll get out of here. I hate doing that, but I also hate smashing them when they don't get out of the way. Oh yeah, I forgot about my nickel coin thingies. They're mostly stuck to the lid here. Ooh. Missing one, but that'll be good enough. There's already, oh you fucker, get out of here. I said there's no, oh shit. Now I may have to put a trap up there because there's clearly small hive beetles up there. Change of plans. I love that. Just killed 2 small hive beetles right on top of the inner cover, so we'll throw a sheet in there. I'll fix it with this because I don't have anything else to fix it with. Son of a bitch, another one? Yeah, we'll definitely need to put a trap, something up here to catch those. That was insulting. There was one on the trap, on the cloth. All right, let's get out of here. Get on out of here. Just gonna put that to the back. Yeah, several small hive beetles up there. Hadn't seen that before. Let's see, do that and that. It'll be a little wobbly, but it won't matter because, oh, there's a penny. I'll use that. Probably what I did last time. All right, I'm going to stop the camera because it's a major move now that I got this set up. All right, on to the second hive. First one was the Swamacod tree. This is the split that didn't work, but then I got, oh man, that's stuck. Then I got queens from, oh man, that's stuck. Styrofoam, so I gotta be careful with it. Man, and that's got an inner cover. And it's still that stuck. A ton of bees up here too. And they are not happy with my, get off me. These may not be as nice as the last ones. I am reasonably confident they're not going to be nice as the last ones. It's weird, they're propolizing the inner cover around the outer cover, but only where it's, well, obviously where they come through, but it's just super saturated there. Right. Those are going to stay, so let's see. Some of those are stuck, some of them are pennies for ventilation. Let's see if we can get this off. That one's stuck, so we'll leave it. might have got me on the finger through the glove. Not a ton of bees here, but I already sent them down, I think, so. Alright, not much over here other than same as last time. There's some over here where they've got brood going, so yeah, I'll just put a trap up here and get out of the way there, but first let's get in the box below. Last time they had brood just below those where they got honey, which makes sense. Put the honey here where they need to feed it, so. And that is the 4th freaking box, so the fact that it's got any honey in it's crazy. Given this was the split that was way behind. Because of the, oh, there's the nickel. Alright, we'll pull a couple frames here and then we'll get out of here. May add a trap to here because it's about them now. And, yeah. I've got to move that trap first. What was I saying? Add a trap. Man, that is stuck. Yes, when you're not here for a couple weeks, they just propolize. Oh, that's a foreign object. Let's add a gajillion pounds of propolis to it. And make it where it's no longer functional, even though you're trying to help us. Dummies. Sometimes they're really smart, sometimes they're really stupid. That's really stupid. Okay, let's hop in here, check out a couple frames, throw in a trap, maybe do the same thing on the box below and get out of here. So, the wall frame first. Does it have anything on it? If it does feel like, or it doesn't have much. Oh, well, I'm mistaken. Huh, that's packed. I was gonna say I'd turn it around, but it's not gonna get much this time of year. But man, look at that. I'm definitely gonna, I mean, assuming they don't need everything when the dearth hits, which is probably now. Yeah, I should definitely be able to harvest some honey. So let's hop into, see if we can play peekaboo and find where there might be some. Slide these over. Go ahead and pull this wooden frame, and that way I can peek next to it and onward, because that's where, if there's any brood here, it's going to be here. Nothing. Nope, I take that back. No brood here, but the next frame is full of it. So she actually might, she could be there backfilling even. So, but yeah, there's brood at the top, all the way to the top on that one. So we'll get out here. But man, look at that. Can't see it there, but over here, that's just packed. Yeah, like I said, unless they eat everything, and I'm gonna have to obviously not harvest the ones that have brood in them. We'll have to figure out some shaking stuff around. I should have brought queen excluders out, because at this point, well, it is what it is. Next time I do inspections, I'll just add those, because at this point, even if there's a slight fall one, they're not going to draw out a ton more on those frames. They'll just fill what they've drawn, probably. So, ouch. So, did I take? No, I didn't go into the bottom. I went down to here, yeah. So we'll take this off, just so I can put traps on, if nothing else, because obviously we have some small hive beetles. Shit. Ah, right on the fucking hand, you shithead. And I dropped the frame, which they love. Man, I squished the hell out of her. She got me. Alright. It's so funny. I try to do super gentle, and then I watch Bob Biddy and his crew just slinging frames around, and they seem to never get stung. I will be gentle with the bees, and I get stung every time on the hand through gloves. So maybe they get stung and they're just used to it and don't react like I just did. I don't know. Man, that's toit. Boxes get worn out pretty quickly because you're just trying to get into them sometimes. Bare, oh, like that. I hate when I hear the crunching sound when I do that, because that means I killed a bee, but Hopefully that's not the queen. Alright, this time let's do what I meant to do last time. Cover them up so that I don't risk robbing. Not perfect, but it's better than nothing. Alright, ton of bees. You can see a ton of brood. It's not full all the way out though, which is weird over here. That one's still usable. Now let's quit offering just real quick. Just see what's close by. Get out of here because these frames don't have much on them. It's weird how they went on up and kept going, but didn't draw out these ones on the ends. I mean, look at that. Nothing. Let's see if we got... Motherfucker, I did it again. Where did you even come from? Yeah, glad I got gloves on. They're getting a little hot. Must be getting near mama. More honey. Weirdly drawn out slate honey. Super spotty brood here, but there's a ton up top, so that's just kind of shifting it around. Alright, I'm going to get out of here. No point in being here, to be honest. I'm just going to get stung. So, put some traps in here. Not going to bother with bottom box. And get out. There's that there. Still got some oil in it. Once they fall in, then we did. Out easily. Okay. Oh shit. That was what I meant to do. That's alright. It's the story of the night. Get off the edge. Move, dummy. Probably the difference between me and Bob Biddy, other than 50 years of experience, is that I don't want to kill little bees. And then they're just ripping and flying because they have to, because they're a moneymaker. And being gentle, it backfires. Alright, I'll put this over here, not over there, because it's crowded over there. And I already got one down there over here. So. Alright, last box. Get away from the edge. Definitely killing some bees. It's on the other side of the box, can't see it. That's what I did. I must have curled my finger around the box and pinched her. That's why she stung me. Hopefully they don't backfill these as quickly. The good thing about these is they're reusable, and it's easier to clean the propolis out. So, well, don't do that. Don't do that. I'll kill these. All right, backwards, back around, tighten those frames up. All right, let's get out of here. Move. They always go right through the rim, and I smash them just like I did her. Well, that's why I don't think I actually killed her. Coins. Where are the coins? There's some of them. Coin. There's 2 pennies there because I fell in it. There it is. My nickel. What's my nickel? Move. Out that were on my little rubber screen. Right, nobody near the edge. Oh, there's still a nickel there. Cool. So I don't need this coin. coin stuck. Alright, this nickel. Alright, you guys, girls, gotta move. You're gonna get smashed. Oh, you love that. Slapping them off and right in my face, but there's nothing else I can do when they won't move. That'll be an interesting camera view. Alright, done there. Alright, on to hive number 3. The package from Honey and Bee Co., which was from Rosslyn in Georgia. This package. Alright, take my coins off here. I took the lid off, obviously. This one I had a feeder on, and I put a... Oh, you fucking hands. There. Had a feeder on. Where'd you go? And, feeder on, and I put a deep super on because that's all I had last time, so I could change it now, but it's probably, can't imagine they've drawn it out much. Probably took that feed and drew it out a little bit, but man, so many bees. That's the awesome and slightly overwhelming thing about this time of year. It's just so many bees. Even in not the strongest hives, there's still a bajillion bees. Alright, this will be quick. We're just going to take a peek in here, in there, get out of the way. I get it. You're not getting in the... There. Probably could have done the full jacket and such today because it's not as hot as it was. Frankly, I thought it was going to be, but it's still not cool by any means. Heat index is still like 90. Thereabouts. Man, how are those that stuck? Alright, there we go. They're singing down below. Alright, yeah, they haven't done much with this. Let's just kind of go to the middle. Get out. See if I can see any. Yeah, they haven't done anything. I'll go ahead and feed them. I forgot to bring the feed. I can always do that later, but they haven't done much with it. So let's pop this back off. Back in. Damn it. Man, they are lighting me up today. Well, I mean, one sting per hive, I guess. It's not lit up. Alright, you go somewhere else. Good thing about the rubber gloves is it's easy to pull the stinger back out, but I still can get through it. It's only 7 mil, so normally it's not that bad, but today they're lighting me up when they do it. I have to boost my Alright, so again, we'll take a quick peek here. Replenish feeders. We'll do the stupid thing. There it is behind me. So, these don't appear like that's stuck. Now, if I can do it with my thumbs. Yeah, still drawing this out. They had drawn out, hadn't drawn all of it obviously last time, which is why. Or drawn out enough to, I gave them another super, but not massively drawn out. Still doing the stupid clogging up the... It's so annoying. Screwing up the propolized sheet up there. Let's see what we got here. Partially drawn. Mostly curious if they're putting brood up here. Had brood clearly because it was got the rainbow in the bottom. Yeah, there's some brood there, so let's peek a bit of that real quick and then we'll get out of here and just put traps in and be done. If it's hot, they don't want me to be here. Yeah, it's good. Good brood pattern there. Ooh, is that little baby popping out? That's always the coolest thing. Probably can't see it on camera, but see them sticking their head out trying to... Oh, one thing is last time this had swarm cells on the bottom, and I haven't looked at all the frames, but maybe giving them that little extra room. Placated them to not do that. I didn't see any on that frame, not on here, so hopefully, yeah. I mean, there's some bees up in there, so they're moved up in there a little bit. All right, put traps on, get out of here. No point going all the way down to the bottom. All right, this trap's still good, minus the propus. Okay, that's done. Curious as what this camera angle will look like, because you don't see me doing anything except when I'm in this little window. But that's kind of the important part, so not kind of, that's the important part. There, I'm going to go ahead and put traps over here. It's probably overkill, but flop it over there, and then I saw hive beetles up there, so. Rebay, shut up. She's barking at the ducks. Our neighbor's catty corner had ducks. I think they're ducks, geese, something. Probably ducks. You hear the whack whack? Alright. Put this one on the other side since that one's on this side. It's too much. Gotta put it where they can't get it out or they'll just rip it out and throw it away. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. That pissed off a couple of bees. Dropped them onto the ground. Oh well. I'm going to be careful because I'll step on a bunch of bees. This needs to be, I'll wipe that out later. It's got to be wiped out. Stupid ants got in there. They've propolized a bunch at the tops, but we'll fix that later. Alright, I gotta worry about the queens right now. And I've got to watch so I don't step on a bunch of bees because I just dropped a bunch of them onto the ground like an idiot. Like there's mostly a leaf, maybe. There's mostly a leaf. There we go. Well, they're going to like this, but hey, gets them closer to the hive. And frankly, run by a step on. Alright, get off the ground. Alright, I'll stop that. Alright, here we are at hive 4. Tuck shit over. This is the OG. Well, the second year OG. First year OG got robbed and is no more. So yeah, camera working, yeah. So it's on a bit of a tilt, but I'll figure that out at some point. Should have just set it farther forward and then tilted it backwards, but yeah. Now I know. Still a ton of bees. Can't believe how many bees are just hanging out at the top. Let's see if these are propolized in. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Don't whistle while you work bees, because then you blow on them and they get angry. Noted. Bay, stop. Wonder how much her bark can be picked up by the mic, because normally the other mic gets really loud. So this one won't be as bad. Alright, Bay, stop. Alright, just a quick check, add traps, get out. So. Nada. So this super's not been done anything with. Don't do that. Don't stand in front of the hive and peek in. Yeah, they haven't done much of anything here, so we'll just pop this one off. This hive did not rebound as quickly as the other did. So and they got the new queen off the. That queen was just that much better, or if. Oh, come on. Or what? So. Man, that's sticky icky. Some crazy focused. I must not have popped this box last time, because if I had, they would be that stuck. A little bit of drawing, not much. Must have checkerboarded these last time. There's a couple frames that are bulging and a couple that aren't. Okay. Bunch of bees stuck to that. I don't like that, but that's... yeah, that sucks. I hate that. But there are some wild beetles stuck to it too, so that I don't hate. Quick peek and we'll get all of her. That's one of the ones I checkerboarded last time clearly, because it's, man, they have stuck all the frames below to it. Yeah, that one's it's partially drawn but not on it. Same here. Just Propolis City. Honey there. I'll stick that over there. And honey. Mostly curious to see if there's any brood up here, and there's that looks like there is right there. So just stop there. And oof, it's heavy for honey. And there's brood there. Drone brood at the bottom. Drone brood is propolized, or it is stuck to the bottom because it's so much of it. Actually, I'll pull that one just to break that up, if nothing else. I'm surprised they're still messing with drones. Jesus. Little girls. Oh man, I'm definitely gonna, yeah, that's a bunch of dead drones doing that. You can see there. And there, you can see down in there. The good thing, taking a very quick peek at them, I don't see any mites. Nope, did I speak too soon? That's hard to tell. Last time I cracked one open like that, there were, make sure I don't drop this stupid thing. There were a ton of, on this frame last year when I cracked them open, like a week prior to now, there was a ton of mites on, ooh, I just squished a bunch of drone grossness. Alright, I'm gonna leave that to you girls. It's gross, but all I can do, I may stuff a sheet down in there. Yeah, maybe I'll just stick one up here. If I get into that box, it screws up my... Here, just do this. I'll stick a sheet over here to the left, and they'll probably drag it out, but at least they'll have some more protection than none. Which is what they'll have if I don't do anything. Leave that one. But yeah, none of those drones appeared to have mites on them, which is a good thing. Do this and then just stick. I'm gonna stick the frames back in now. Push it down here. Let me move this one too. Man. Yeah. Propolis City. There. Alright, because that's a little terrace, so yeah, that's actually a perfect spot to put it. Alright, that back in. They're not my fans right now, but they're fans of me rather. I guess it doesn't matter. These are really drawn anyway. Nothing on them. Must have checkerboarded these last time though, because they're a little split up. Alright, there's that. We'll stick a trap up here. There's one that's still got juicy juice in it, so we use that one. Yours are getting sticky. I got honey on them at some point. Yeah, I know, you don't like me right now. Oh, I got honey on it when I killed all the drones. Duh. Alright. So, yeah, I'll pop those after I put the trap on, so at least slightly less likely to get stung. Yeah, it's still good. Alright, pop these down over the box. A ton of them. Oh, you can't see there. A ton of them there. So. Don't do that, I'll smash them. Alright, so coins back on. Put some more on the back side. I'll let that opening work. Yeah, there's still some on there anyway. Alright. No squishies, no squishies. Alright. Alright, so this box is way shorter than the others, so I lowered the camera tripod. So, alright, this is the, and I don't need a smoker yet. This, I have feed, it's just inside, I forgot it, but, because they definitely need it. They've chug-a-lugged everything in the last couple weeks, of course they, well, not everything, a little bit left in there. Come back and add the feed later. That's easy enough. Man, they really do just propolized the shit out of that if you leave it too long. Alright, so coins. This shouldn't be stuck. You can see my trail of cinnamon there is an attempt to keep out the ants. It's mostly, well, see that. It's mostly worked. There are a couple big ass black ants in here. Should have brought another. I'll bring one of those when I feed them. Problem is, I think ants are eating that mostly, not the bees, which is annoying. But what I'm hoping today with this one is that they'll be ready for a super. Now it's late, so they're not really ready for a super in that we're going to draw it out. But I'm going to be feeding them, so I'll still be able to draw it out because I got to get these girls built up before Zaventa. Lose all my cinnamon, aren't I? Alright, just making sure there's no queen up her. Wouldn't think so, but you never know. Gonna go for the hope nut. The old hope nut. Hope is a plan. Alright, so it's like picky boo. Oh, I mean, I hate when I do that. Talk under them. They love that. No, said no one ever. Alright, we're just going to take quick peeks here because again I want to after the blowing in their face thing. Yeah, you're catching the small housebeaters. Get die. Oh, that one's underneath the thing. That's annoying. Die. Alright. Yeah, that trap's got a lot, but I'm pretty sure that's the same one that's had a lot forever. So, but let me make sure all the ones that are here are smushed and dead. Get off there. There's always at least one bee stuck. Alright, that's reusable, so let's get this out here too. I don't accidentally flip that over and drown a bunch of bees in oil. That one can go. It's toast. Don't think we're going to be super ready yet, which is annoying. So let's just get them up out and we'll see. Just absolutely stuck to the wall and creates a response. There we go. spot here on the end was just a little bit longer than they wanted it, and they propolised the shit out of it. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Should be starting to see some brood here. That's where I gotta be careful, because I gotta be near the queen at least. No, nothing there. Drawing that black one out a little bit, but not a ton. This is where, see the middle, the bait frame from them. Look at this a little bit more. That's all honey. This wonky comb over here. That shouldn't be, the queen shouldn't be there. There's no spot for her to lay. It's a fairly spotty brood pattern on the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, now here's where I gotta be careful. I just don't want to do more harm than good, especially this late in the year, because then they're toast. Oh well, there you go. That's a good brood pattern on that side. So it's just over here they've popped, and I see some larvae, so she's probably been back filling. I think it's larvae. Yeah, there's some larvae and honey. So she's doing her thing. Yeah, that looks great there. So she's near. So let's not kill her if we can help it, which means we gotta get out of her. Let me see here. 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're just not ready. I mean, I'm feeding like crazy and they still haven't drawn all these out, so only so much I can do from that perspective. So, well, let's see that one. They've drawn out more, so let's push it back to the middle. Didn't think about the fact that I'm probably occasionally just putting my head right in front of the camera and blocking everything, but that's why we're trying this new way. I want it high, but not too high. All right. So that's honey from earlier. So, all right, traps back in. Get out of here. I'll come back and feed them because I left that in the house. The new. These whiffers are massive, so I just cut them in half. Don't need that much. Come on. These are also still have a 4-inch or whatever opening. I was going to possibly open that up, but given the time of year, girthy, and the fact that they're just not big enough, there's no point. Yeah, we're done. Put the bird's feeder back on. Again, I'm going to check this to make sure she's not here, because there's few enough bees in here that it's not impossible that she wouldn't be here. I don't see her though. Alright girls, get you down there. It'd be better if I did that facing the camera, wouldn't it? Alright, so that's done. Put that back on top. I'll just throw the top on for now because I gotta go grab the feet. Putting the other thing back up. And just for my notes' sake, I'm gonna feed the package and this one. So there we go.